This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is Economic Growth in 2024 Q1. PCA forecast is higher than CQM forecast. With the February employment statistics update, compensation of employees was revised downward. With the January international trade, the export of both goods and services were revised downward, and the import of goods and services were adjusted upward, resulting in a deterioration in net exports. February S&P 500 significantly exceeded the ARIMA forecast. Short-term interest rate was in line with the ARIMA forecast, but long-term interest rate exceeded the ARIMA forecast. As a result, PCA revised upward the economic growth. Since private residential construction spending in January was significantly lower than the ARIMA forecast, residential investment was adjusted downward. As a result, economic growth rate on both the expenditure and income side were revised downward to 0.78% and 0.49% respectively. Contrary to the CQM forecast, the PCA revised the economic growth rate upward by about 1% to 2.53%, which is significantly higher than the CQM forecast. This high economic growth rate is due to the February's updates to the S&P 500 and interest rate spreads. The main reason for the high economic growth rate based on PCA forecast is the rapid increase in stock prices. The S&P 500 in February actually increased by 4.32% compared to the ARIMA forecast of minus 0.32%. The interest rate spread in February widened to 0.19%, exceeding ARIMA's forecast of 0.09%. Conclusions from this week's US CQM Forecast Alert. The first, PCA, including monthly economic indicators in the financial market, forecast a considerably higher economic growth rate than CQM. Second, financial markets appear to be quite optimistic about the economy. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast and shows how to access the past US CQM forecast alerts.